So I'm here with my 2022 Hobonichi lineup. I now have everything in. I kind of ordered it in parts from Jet Pens and from We Enjoy Life on Etsy, which is in my home state. And they actually, you get the little, like the spoon and the pens, you know, the little freebies with the Hobonichis you order from them. So I have those as well. So one of the things that's totally new, I've kind of changed up after using Hobonichi all through 2021, and I absolutely love it, but I found some things that worked and some things that didn't for me, and some things I'm changing up a little bit. One of the new things I'm going to do is use the 5-year, start on the 5-year diary. So I'm excited about that. And it's where you just write a small little section a day, you know, on the same day for 5 years. And I think that'll be kind of fun. My husband and I have some fun things planned for the next 5 years. So I think it'll be a fun time to record that and look at how things change and develop over the next 5 years. So I'm excited to have that. I guess that's like a little sample page it comes with. And a little instruction book that I can't read because it's all in Japanese. So there's that. I will set it aside until January 1st when I'll start using it. Then I abandoned my, well, I didn't abandon it, I'm still using it, but for a different purpose. I did not need another week's for 2022. I am still continuing to use because I had the 2021 weeks mega, which has a lot of note pages in it. I will still use it as a little notebook, but I am not using it how I thought I was going to, and it was going to be my kind of carry with me one, but I just didn't jive with the horizontal week layout, and it just didn't work for me how I thought it might. So this year I'm going to, again, I had an A6 this last year, and basically kind of used it as a little art journal, kind of specific to using my Patron elements. I was a little bit hit and miss, but I am still going back because I love this paper, so I'm still going back and using these pages. So I will still continue to do that. But for 2022, I want to challenge myself to do a drawing a day. And so that's what I'm going to use this book for. I haven't decided yet whether to use any prompts. If I do, I will record those in the monthly section, you know, on each day. But I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I think I'll just draw whatever comes to mind on there. Sometimes it's something as prompted by the quote that's on the page. I did get the English version, so I can read those. And so sometimes something will be prompted by a quote. And I think then, in that case, this page would be to take note of what illustration was on there, because sometimes I will want, as I did this last year, I will want to go back and use an illustration for Patreon. So like these little doodle head things. So I can record in the monthly view the ones that I want to go back and use, and so then I'll know where to find those in my book. But I thought I need something to challenge myself. I would like to draw every day, and the dated pages just make that more likely to happen. I like the paper, I like the size, and then this will also be something I can throw into my purse and carry. And I did not have the Hobonichi cover for it, for my one in 2021, so I did buy that this year. It's I believe it's called Denim, and it's blue on the outside and this kind of burnt orange on the inside. I do have one of my covers, and I actually have designed 3 different covers, so that will be kind of fun. I can change them up through the year. When I get tired of one, I can switch to a different one. So I do have that as my plan for 2022 for the A6. And then for the, here's the pins that I got with the 5-year and the Avec, I believe. So with the Avec, last year I had the 2021 Cousin all in one book. I got the single book. And for about half the year, I did my daily pages, my fun journal type pages in the Cousin. Well, as you know, that tends to get kind of bulky. So then partway through the year, I cut apart my book, removed the half year worth of pages, bound them up separately into a separate book. And then what has been working well for me is to use the daily pages for business planning. And there's always like things I need to keep track of, art to make, commission pieces. I also do some illustrating and playing in there too, but it fits in around my my lists and things that I need for business purposes. So this year I'm just going to start out, and this is going to be totally my work planner. Of course, in my weeks, my life is a mix of my personal and my work all mixed together since I'm self-employed and work at home. But I have my weeks that are my heavy lifters. I really rely on those a lot, and I will use those the same as I have been. And then I will continue, as I have for the last half of the year, using the daily pages that are with it for, you know, planning for my events, planning workshops, planning pieces for shows, things like that. So I will continue to do that. I got these little tabs. I also got these from We Enjoy Life, and I got the same ones, just a different color to use this year. I like them because they're very low profile and they're plastic and have held up very well. So I'll be putting those in my planner too when I'm getting it set up. And I'm using my same cover that I had from 2021. I think it was biscuit, and it's just kind of yellow on the outside and pink on the inside. And I have it in, I also have 3 different inserts for the cover on this as well, the cover on cover. So I like that because I can change things up. I like to switch things around from time to time, so I can do that. So I'm going to go through now, and because this is my main player, and I'm going to show you what I plan to do with this year. So what I'm going to do in this one is I have the Avec, so I have the first half of the year here. I have the second half in reserve for later, for July through December, and then I have the day free. And so I also got a Midori. It's just very thin and lightweight, just a monthly view through the year, because even though I don't want to carry July through December with me yet, I do need to do advanced planning. So this will be this will just go in here so that I have the whole year out of view. That slips right in there like that. So then I have my monthly. I can list my things that need to be done each month, or kind of heads up type things, and then I can list my events, and I'll have the whole year, because the back months only go, here's some things I've been working on putting in already. The back, the months go through in the first book, only go through July, and I want to be able to, you know, continue on with the whole year. So this will be my more like advanced planning. So then continuing on in my Avec, on this page, I think I'll go ahead and mark, just highlight the weekends that are art shows or workshops. I'll probably color code those. I kind of like having the year in advance. I'm not sure if I need the past year or not, but I may go ahead and mark them as well, just so I can kind of compare what's coming up with last year. And then on these pages, I'm going to also use these a little different. Last year, kind of in 2021, kind of tried several different things before I really hit on what I think I want to do with these. And this, I think, will be my Patreon planning, much like I used in my A6. On these pages, I did my, you know, list what little prompts and my digital Claude sheets that I wanted to do and things like that I kept track of in here. Well, I think I'll do that here instead, and then also list my YouTubes for the month, my plans for those, and then kind of my overarching theme for my Patreon sheets, so that I kind of have things more in one place, and I think that will hopefully be helpful to me. So that will be these monthly list style pages will be that. This will continue to be some pre-scheduling, more not the way far ahead things, but more the like as they come up, you know, like during the month. So I will use that. I love using these sticky notes. Let's see, who are these by? I just got a new pack because I pretty well used up my last year's. I have no idea how to say this, but I got these from Jet Pens, and I really love these because they're just little sticky notes. As I learned from 2020, you know, you make plans and they change. So these are really nice because I can plan, say I plan a workshop and then it needs to change which weekend it is. It lets me play around with my schedule and get things in place before I write it down for real. So I like that a lot. And also I will probably use it like as I did in 2021 for some gratitudes, some sticker dumps, things like that. So these are just kind of how I used. So that brings us to the, I already have several things scheduled, to the weeks, which I will use just like I have been using in 2021 because that has worked very well for me. These are my to-dos and my kind of a record for my daily pages I can go back and look at. I also do some decorating and playing around in my weekly pages as well. So they, you know, end up looking something like this. Each week's a little different according to what I have going on, but that's kind of how I use these pages, and they work for me very well, so I will continue to do that. And then my daily pages will be I'll have the goals for the year on this page. Very helpful to me. I'm a very much, I need a tangible goal and then I can aim towards it type of person. And then of course each month has a page where I can write down my monthly goals. That also works well for me. And I will probably use like the first page of a month as the first of the month, each month, as a kind of a visual record of what I did for Patreon, like maybe a picture of my collage sheets, something along that line, what stickers the sticker club people got, some maybe picture of the collage pack, things like that, kind of a record of that, so I can see, go back and look at a glance. And then as the month goes on, I will have my business notes and plans and expenses, things I ordered, just business records, because it is so nice to have it all, to know where I can find it. Even if I don't know which day it's on, at least I know it's in this book. And that's so helpful to me. I'm not terribly organized, and when I write things down, I lose the little slips of paper, and I just love having it all together. So that's why I'm going to make this be my business pages. However, I do still love the Hobonichi for doing the daily pages too. Like I said, the first half of 2021, I used the daily pages in my Hobonichi cousin. But then I switched to using those as business notes and kept my daily pages in a separate book, which worked well. I did find, I tried some other notebooks, but I found that I really missed the Tomoe River paper, because I do a lot of watercolor type things in the book, and I really like how the Tomoe River paper looks. So right now I'm using the Galen Leather Company notebook with Tomoe River paper, but I opted to go with the Hobonichi, partly because these pages are blank. In this one I kind of like the freedom of putting on my own date dots and days of the week, and playing around with that. So I'm going back to the Hobonichi because these are totally blank pages, which is fine, but I do kind of miss the little dot grid of, or the graph paper of the I don't know, whatever you call this, of the light grid work of the Hobonichi. So I opted to use the day free for 2022. It has the monthly part in it, and it has it through the whole year. And I think I'll just keep a record, like right now I have sticky notes that I keep track of, like what happened on that day or what I want to include on that day before I get it done. And so I may still do that, but I also have a place here in the monthlies to, you know, record what happened that day. So like each night, even if I don't have time to do my daily pages, I can just jot down kind of the events of the day here in brief, and then I'll have that to refer to. And then also I don't intend to skip days, but if I decide to do so, I could. And it goes through March of 2023 on the monthly pages, so you can do, you know, work a little in advance if you want to. This isn't enough for the whole year, which is probably good, because I'm not sure, it may be a half year's worth of pages. I can't remember for sure right now how many pages, but it seemed like it was around about half a year, and they are not dated. They each have a little just a cute little picture down there, which I don't know if I'll you know, cover up or not. I'll just see as I get there. It is all in Japanese down here, so I'll probably cover those up, but I don't have the dates in my way, but I do still have this graph paper, which I do kind of like. So that's my plan for my daily pages in 2022. Also in 2021, I did not really, after the daily pages, there's some notes pages, which I thought I might use as an index. I'm not sure yet. There's a timetable. I'm not sure if I'll use that. I did not use any of these pages last year, but I do think that I'm going to make better use of them this year, and put in, like, for favorites, I think I'll just put in my repeat purchases, like my place that I order my green coffee beans to roast, maybe prescriptions, things like that. And then my 100, this in 2021, I sold 130. At this point, this is October, mid-October, I sold 130 pieces, and so I very much need to get a bigger stockpile before I go into show season next year. So I thought I would use my my 100 to record pieces that I have done or get done, just as a way to kind of measure how I'm coming and if I'm getting enough pieces done. This is just, I was going to decorate this. I stick in those little prescription things so that I have the prescription number handy. I thought I'd put in my customer contacts. Just be a little bit more, make better use of these pages this year, because I basically just ignored them in my 2021 book. So now that wraps up my plans for the year in my Hobonichi cousin Avec. So I think that kind of wraps up my plans for my 3 Hobonichis, my 5-year, my little sketch a day book that I will carry with me in my, can fit in my purse or wherever. My Midori, just little slim book of the year in a monthly view. My Hobonichi cousin Avec. So I have the first half here, and then when I finish it, I'll stick in the second half of the year. And then, so I just tucked it into the front pocket of my cover. And then my daily pages, which I can do in my Hobonichi Day Freeze. I guess that's actually, I have 4 different Hobonichi books that I'm going to be using for 2022. So as you can tell, I'm kind of sold on it and really look forward to using these. And join me later for getting everything all set up and ready. I've already started a little bit, but I'll try to show you what I'm going to do. And thanks for joining me. See you next time.